Hello there everyone, and welcome back to Modded Minecraft with Kate and Gord. Of course it's just Gord tonight because Kate is waiting patiently for little Miss Jane to settle. So let me show you a few things that have occurred since the last episode. One of the big ones... Oh. Right, I don't have my jetpack on. I gotta be careful with this because our jetpack fuel supply is actually relatively limited at the moment. Currently... Modded Minecraft is in a state of flux, and one of the casualties of that state of flux was the electrolytic separators. So you might notice that there is a strict limit on the number of chickens present at the moment. In fact, there's only about 3 of them in the actual sacrifice pit here right now. I gotta fill that in. We had a disaster of epic proportions. I actually had to go into creative mode to keep the server from collapsing to the point of unusability. So this monstrosity, it worked beautifully. It produced a moronic quantity of chickens, and I can never turn it back on again because it produced a moronic quantity of chickens. So we're going to have to come up with a new plan. And that really means at this point that it's time to go back to Thaumcraft. Because, well, Thaumcraft isn't necessarily the only solution. I do want to have my options open, and that means getting a few things sorted. Besides, I really do need to get Thaumcraft working properly. I need to get up and running with that because, you know, I'm sitting at the point where I've got a half-finished project on that front. Oh, yes, I tweaked this. I came in and modified the reactor. I added 2 additional redstone outputs to make this thing work a little better. So here's what we've done. So this input is now set to toggle on pulse. So when it receives a redstone pulse, it toggles from off to on, and vice versa. So this one creates a redstone signal when the reactor's battery is above 90%. So beep, sends a pulse. Now when the redstone turns off, this thing doesn't toggle because it's toggle on pulse. This one activates when it's below 20%. So when it hits below 20%, it sends a pulse and turns the reactor on. And that's really all there is to it. So we've removed the questionable comparator from the equation and all that. So it's a much more reliable system. Now it's just dealing with this thing right here. Oh, and there is yelling upstairs apparently. I may have to leave in a hurry. Also, I continued my work on this project right here. I still haven't made use of many of the circuits, but I did get 2 crafting computers up and running. As you can see right there, I got to put them inside of, I got to finish the decorative part of this. It's going to be really nice once it's done. And I've re-established our I moved all our crafting, our auto crafting has all been relocated down here, and I've added a new one, the encoding pattern for a furnace, which nicely leads into today's project. See, what we're going to do today is we're going to teach our system a crafting pattern that 1 earth shard will produce 1 balance shard. And that's all it actually needs to know because of the way I'm going to set this up. I'm pretty pleased with this, all things considered. You might remember the rig that I was working on. It's over there. Let me just show you. I've made a few modifications. It was pointed out to me, if I got my wand on me, yes I do, that the wands can toggle these connections on an individual basis. So you don't actually have to use the filters on every single one of these, which is actually, in my opinion, rather good news. This one's still got a filter, but that's okay. It's not strictly necessary, but it does make life a lot easier. So, where were we? Okay. So I have laid in some Ender IO conduit here, and it all connects up to this right here. And it's currently disabled, I think. Right, except it's got nowhere, and we're just going to turn it off for now. So we've got in here currently charcoal, candleberries, sugarcane, furnaces, and 1 single crafting recipe right there. So that's part 1. This one is going to be Oh yeah, we need to set this thing actually to be in/out. So we need to insert on blue and extract on green. Okay. Now we need a chest. That's what I was missing. Oh boy. I may have to go. It depends on exactly what happens here. But there's definitely some grumping going on over there. Alright. So unfortunately it is unavoidable that we have to set this up like this because that's where things come out of these right here. Okay. So this comes in right here. And let me see, we need an input spot. I don't know exactly where it has to put it in, but actually probably will work just fine to do it that way, just to save us a little bit of conduit. So this one right here becomes an insert in and out. So it inserts on green, extracts on, what color did I choose? Blue? Yeah. And we need to build a filter for that one. Yeah. So this one extracts on, no, it's got to be both. Insert on blue, extract on green. Yeah. And this one's going to extract on blue and insert on green. All right, so we need a couple more filters. So, or well, I guess we can set them up right now. Whoops. There we are. So insert is going to whitelist earth shards. Extract is going to whitelist, and I'm using the wrong ones, of course, but that's okay. Balance shard. Okay. Always active to extract balance shards. And yeah, insert and extract. Insert on green, extract on blue. This one is just going to be extract, always active, and again, it's going to whitelist earth shards. Okay, step one down. That's just to keep the cabling here a little bit nicer. It's still not super gorgeous or pretty or anything like that, but it'll do. I'll just have to get a few more of those. Okay, whoops. All right, so you need to go whitelist charcoal, and we actually need to do that 2 more times because we need charcoal to go into each of these right here, right in the bottom. Whitelist charcoal, and boop, 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 boom, insert, whitelist charcoal. And I got to make sure that this is actually a insertion. Insert charcoal, there we go. That one's an insert charcoal. And this one's an insert charcoal. So that's step 1. Yeah, okay. Need to get 3 more of those filters. Fortunately, I have lots of paper now. Don't have lots of hoppers, though. That's interesting. I should probably actually be stocking those. Come on. Okay, and then, nope, come on, a hopper. And apparently we're even low on paper. Low on paper, too, which is intriguing. There we are. 1. Okay, we've got 2 already, so we just need a 3rd. Okay, so next step. This one inserts. Now, what was supposed to go in here? This one, water, plants, and air goes in via, that's our reed. Whitelist reeds. Okay. Number 2. Oh, sorry, Gollum. At least you're smart enough to go that way. apparently we don't need that. So we go U, insert, whitelist, and this one is our furnace one. Yeah, and then our last one here, boop and boop. Hopefully this works the way I think it does. Insert candleberries. It's either that or it's actually, you know what, actually we should test this. It might actually be smart enough to know which slot these things should go into. Only one way to find out, right? I suppose as long as there is charcoal in there, it should be fine. That one's preloaded as well. Okay, so now when I turn this right here always active, yeah, so it's pulling stuff out of here. Okay, that's working. It's going to take a minute before it starts pulling it into the other ones. There come the furnaces. And in a moment, it's going to fill up right to 64. I mean, it's going to be absolutely hysterical, the number of furnaces. But the thing is that this thing will be fully loaded. Right, I forgot. I need to keep him from walking up on there just to make things a little bit safer. Okay, I might have to go for a minute here. Okay, it is not... So it does do it the way I thought it did, where it won't accept stuff from the insert candleberries from the side. And there they come. That didn't take long at all, did it? And then we'll just get some charcoal in there. And hopefully charcoal production will actually keep up, because that's really the only thing that's missing. So yeah, whitelisting, everything's a whitelist item. So the beauty is once we get, you know, hit the so-called equilibrium point where all these bottles are full, which will be controlled by this one right here in this particular case. Although, oh yeah, no, he is sort of cycling through them, isn't he? Might have to have the fire one drain, which actually will work okay now. That would make sure that yeah, Mr. Golem here isn't actually going to work for this system, is he? Yeah, he's just going to keep on emptying. Okay, so although, you know, what's going to happen? No, I better, okay, this system isn't going to work with Golem. Okay, will you stop? No. All right, Golem bell. Where's my bell? Sit, you little bugger, sit. No, it's in here. B-E-L, there we are. And we'll just, sorry, little man, shut down. There we go. Okay, so this is going to have to be reconfigured to accept from conduits, which is going to be a marginal pain in the butt, but not a complete one now that I know what I know. Knowing what I know makes it a little easier. Okay, that's crowded, so we're going to have to put one right here, like so. Go get my conduit. I had lots of extra conduit here. I was actually, in retrospect, was kind of... Oh, no, not conduit. Oh, here it is. Tubes. They're tubes. I was actually, in retrospect, mildly concerned that this might happen, but now I know it will. Okay, that goes there. And that one should just drain straight in there. Although that's not entirely a solution either. I don't know. It's going to be a questionable waste of materials a bit here, isn't it? It should work out okay. We'll try it anyways. 1, 2. There's that one. Now for the hard one. We go here, and then we go... Nope, nope, and not here anyways. Okay. So in theory, these things should... Yep, this one has stabilized, hasn't it? No, it hasn't. These void jars actually might be causing us some minor... Grief. Hey, where's the water gone? Oh yeah, no, it's coming through. Okay, it's just taking time. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. This is conceptual. Okay, you go there. Now can I fit you? No, I can't. Can I? Dang it. All right, fine. We're gonna take it around the scenic route just to make this work better. So 1. Here we are. 2. Come on, will you just connect up already? Okay, apparently it won't connect because there's not the right essentia in here because it's an empty tube. Now it should work. If that doesn't work, we'll break this and replace it. You go in there. Come on, connect already. There we go. All right. And that should be providing all of the appropriate essentias. Now, the question is the essentia actually stockpiling appropriately? That alembic is empty. That one's empty. That one should at least have order in it, shouldn't it? 17. I guess it's only producing one at a time, and it's... Okay, it's coming in slowly. Alright, some of these were just so far behind, it's just got to stabilize is all. Well, hold on, does it get stored? No, it's stored in here. So once these start filling, the system will stop. Basically, once these alembics are filled to the brim, which is only going to happen with the primary alembics, not with the overflow ones. But hopefully it will jam once there's nowhere for some of the essentia to go here. I don't know, we're wasting a lot, but these are all core elements, so I'm not so concerned about it. I'm not really sure how one would put a cap on some of these either. So it's okay, I'm not worried about it. This is way faster than trying to order it the hard way. So that brings us to the very important question. And that is, if I say, hey, applied Energistics, craft me a balanced shard, what happens? Because all we're waiting for is assuming it didn't already just go through and do its thing. Did it really just go through that quickly? That's pretty awesome if it did. Maybe it did. I'll check the network, I guess. Did I keep that one? No, there should be 2 in here. Let's see. Balance shard 1. Okay, so where did the earth shard go? Okay, oh, there's a balance shard. No, that's the pattern. What the heck happened to it? Extracted to blue. It should not go to an alembic, because there's no alembics it can legally go to. Alright, that's weird. Where? Oh, maybe it... What did I do with that spare one? Did I dump it in the system, or am I just losing my nut here? I only see one. Okay, we're taking the one out. We're going to tell it to craft. Actually, we can check the crafting interface is what we can do. Stored 1, scheduled 1. Now where exactly did it? It should be coming here, shouldn't it? It did come here, right? So the earth shard should have been extracted because there's no filters. And then it should have come... Alright, where did it go? Give me a wrench. Whitelisting earth shards on insert. Yeah, and extracting balance shards on white. Extracting earth shards on green. Where the heck did it go? Where on earth did the damn thing go? Alright, let me just cancel that and let's just see what happens. Okay, cancel. Alright, get me an earth shard. Let me see what happens here. If I put this in here, where did it go? Did it go into the network or into... Hold on. I guess that's an interesting question. What happened? All right, let's just try this once more. Balance shard, craft, 1, start. Now it should arrive here, is where it should go. Because this is the the circuit that should be producing the fool thing, isn't it? I'm not sure. It's hissing, and that just puzzles the heck out of me. Alright, what have I missed here? What have I missed? Oh, I think I know what I've missed. What was the thing we had to do with processing? We've got one other processing-based network here. How do we do it with this one? Because this is sort of our model. I think I need a box buffer, don't I? And that box buffer is going to have to be pretty carefully built. Or I just have to tell it a direction. Come on. There we are. See if that one will work. Yeah, always on extract. Let's see. Craft, cancel, balanced, start. So the question is, where is it going? I think what it is that the this doesn't recognize the that thing as an interface. So we need a chest, and that chest is going to have a stone brick filler buffer so that we don't overfill the whole system with right. Okay, that's interesting. Let's rethink this then. Come on, break. Oh, of course I broke my library too. Interesting, all right. So we need to do it this way. This stuff has to come out here still. And the I think this thing can serve a dual purpose. I think that will work because I really don't want to overuse. I say I don't want to overuse my network, but all right. And this will be the blue insert just because it's here. Insert on blue. Extract. Always active. It's going to pull this stuff out of here, and then in here. We should have that one shard, which is also going to get extracted. Always active. And we'll pull the one shard out. Whoa! Gas is spraying everywhere. I just hope that's the way it's supposed to work. Okay, now if all has gone according to plan, that shard will have gone into the system. All right, there's my one shard. Now what happened to the other one? Should be in here, shouldn't it? Oh, maybe it has to go... You know what? Actually, if we just have it insert on blue. There we are. And then we disable this. What happened to that balance shard? Where'd it go? Did it go in the network? I guess it must have. I don't know where else it could have gone. Oh, I guess it could have gone. No, it must have gone into the network. Yep, there they are. All right, so now take those out, and we'll tell it to craft 10. Start. I hear the hissing sound of victory. There should be 10 shards in here. And hey, yo, look at that. Fully automated balanced shard manufacture. And fully automated as in I don't even have to worry about making sure certain products get here. Although some of this, like these candleberries, I guess I got lots of them, but it would be really nice to know if the system is actually going to stabilize. We'll just let this finish and then we'll sort of hang out and let it stabilize. It's interesting. It only takes 2 to make one of these, which is cool. Done. Well, that's awesome. So the first step towards actually re-establishing our system, our bookcase. Got to fix this. We can't have that right there. Can't be looking at that crap. There we go. Okay, well that's problem 1 solved. I guess I better open this to land just in case Kate joins me. Wants to join at some point. She was talking about joining me, so we'll see. We'll see. Okay, so that's done. All right, so balanced shard manufacture as planned. Now, I'll show you where I'm at with my research, because I've been at that for a lot lately. I kind of blitzed a whole bunch. Got myself to the point where I discovered these various things to deal with warp, which I'm going to have to start doing soon. I have, where are they? Oh, Thaumaturgy. I have to, do I have the stuff? Not quite, I need more Aurum for that. And yeah, so I'm working towards, there's my wand recharging pedestal, and I have access to a Silverwood wand core, and I really should be planning on starting to make the Silverwood, actually getting access to a Thaumcraft Thaumium infused. See, that's why we need to do this, is that Salius Mundus is now smelted balanced shards. Actually, hey, didn't I have a, speaking of which, come on, I had a furnace that was hooked up. Which furnace was my magical, there it is, okay, so, balanced shard will become, might as well teach this energized smelter how to do something else. Salus Mundus, there it is. Save ourselves the trouble of fiddling around with some of this stuff. There we are. We can now order Salus Mundus. And because we have a crafting card, we can order it and it will automatically order the balance shards as well, which is another step in the process. Cool, so that will allow us to create the infused, the Thaumium 1 caps and the infusion. We'll just need some Potentia and Aurum, which I'll have to figure out what the best source of that's going to be. And then the other half of the deal is the Silverwood Wand Core, which requires all the shards. And all the magic, which is cool. Okay. I'm trying to remember which step. Oh yes, the assembly step, isn't it? It's the process of assembling the caps onto the Silverwood wand, I think, was the part of the process that we didn't have the mana for. Okay, well, cool. But that's pretty awesome. We are stepping in the right direction. Oh, just in case you guys are curious, at this instant in time, yeah, all these systems are non-renewing. The current Forge update apparently may have broken more than a few things. So a redesign of this right here is on hold until I get time to actually do it. I have to do that later. I want to automate this because I want to do the other thing I want to automate is the manufacture of the tesseracts. Oh yeah, speaking of which, I've realized that the tesseract, the item I'm using, is not ideal for the deep dark, the digital miner, partly because of the way the chunk loader works. What I really need for the mining is something that comes with a built-in chunk loader, and that would be the Ender Quarry. Now that is an expensive device, to say the least. There it is right there. And in fact, I believe it is now more expensive than it used to be, because I think some of this stuff actually requires specialized, well, maybe not. Maybe not, does it? I thought it did, but maybe it doesn't. Oh, you know what it requires is magic books, and I don't have access to any enchanted books at the moment. So that's where that liquid XP farm is going to come into play before long. Which means, all right. So that takes us back to this thing over here. Because I really wanted to have my XP farm linked up to this right here. And right now that's not an option because of the issues we had. Let's see, how much life points does this have right now? 10,000. So we're still one tier away from actually being able to do the ritual we want, which is the well, I guess it depends on how much our next tier orb can hold, which I haven't actually made yet. I should have a look at that quick. Blood orb. So we've done the week, we've done the apprentice. Are we up to magicians? Gold block, that sounds about right. We should do that. Okay, hold on, there's Kate. So I am going to end the episode here, and in the next episode we'll see what Kate's up to. So thank you all very much for watching, and I will see you in the next episode. Bye for now.